Welcome to the surprise Sunday live stream. My name is Matt. I have a lot of records, and I'm about to have some more. I ended up having a bit of an aftershock of extra that got sent to my dad's place between my move. As you know, thanks to Adam, my boy, the Too Many Records famous box cutter. So let's open the 7-inch first. If this is what I think it is, I freaked out when I saw that this went onto vinyl. I never would have expected this to be pressed, but I almost feel like this was pressed just for me. This right here, I cannot believe that this was pressed to vinyl. This is my favorite freestyle of all time. This is Biggie and Tupac at Madison Square Garden. Just unbelievably, both their verses are so amazing. I have all of Biggie's verse memorized. Let me see how much I can rap before it gets offensive, because I don't want to say anything I can't say. I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s, 9 9s, 10 Mac 10s. The shit's never end. You can't touch my riches, even if you had MC Hammer and the 357 bitches. Biggie Smalls, the millionaire, the mansion, the yacht, the 2 weed spots, the 2 hot Glocks. I could probably go further, but yes, this is my favorite freestyle, and it's on 7-inch now, which means I'm going to spin it all the time and just rap it in my room. Smacking babies at their christening, baby. TMR3 is going to be a Matt Kessler rap album. Get ready, guys. This is what you've been waiting for this whole time. I've been waiting for this to be on vinyl for a very long time, and it finally got remedied this year. Craft Recordings does really high-quality issues of stuff. This is Filter's Title of Record. This is their second album, and honestly, this is their best album. I think a lot of people think their first album, Short Bus, is, but this, for me, is their number one. It has their biggest song, Take a Picture, but it also, every other song is just like this beautiful synthesis of industrial and pop in such a great, aggressive, accessible way. I don't like heavy industrial like Ministry and stuff like that. I can't get into it, but the 9-inch Nails, filtery type stuff, I'm a big fan of. I think this is their best album, and it was the only album I think of theirs that was not on vinyl, or never was. So this is really cool. This has finally made it to vinyl, and I can't wait to spin this. So if you haven't picked this up, I'm hearing it's a great pressing. Once upon a time, before I was a big Pearl Jam fan, back when I was like a super casual fan, maybe like 2013, I bought Lightning Bolt, the record. There were all kinds of sonic issues with it. It was skipping, there were weird sound glitches. So I looked it up on Discogs, and in the description they said, there's some issues with this press, contact them for a replacement. I contacted them and I said, hey, here's my issue. They sent me a replacement. Now, the replacement they sent me, I don't know why. Maybe they felt generous, maybe they made a mistake, but they sent me the limited edition red Lightning Bolt, which went for like triple-digit prices in the aftermarket. Like, it was a random insertion. That was the only way to get it. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But at the time, I was not a huge fan of Pro-Ject. So I ended up trading it on Reddit for something in like 2014. I forget what I traded it for, but it was some kind of grail. But now that I'm a colossal Pearl Jam fan, I made a gigantic mistake. But for some reason, I got lucky, and I found on Discogs someone selling the red vinyl version of Lightning Bolt. Just the disc. I guess it was a replacement disc they got sent. So I got the disc for $80. Now, the full version goes for $150 to $200, if not more. I have a copy of Lightning Bolt on black vinyl, but the packaging is exactly the same, and the catalog number is exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the black one, and now I have a full copy of the red Lightning Bolt. If you guys haven't heard Lightning Bolt, Pearl Jam's most recent album, it is quite good. We got 3 beautiful issues of Stereolab as part of their reissue series. Stereolab is a band I've always loved, but never really I never gave them like as much credit as I should. So when I saw this reissue series, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get all the reissues and really dive into their catalog. This is 3 of their most seminal albums, and I got the Obi Strip version of all of them because I'm a monster. Emperor Tomato Ketchup, which is probably their most famous and most accessible, or the one that people like the most. Dots and Loops, which is arguably their best. I like Emperor Tomato Ketchup more, but Dots and Loops is really great too. And then this one, Cobra, what is it called? Cobra and Phases Group Play Voltage in the Milky Night Expanded Edition. That's a mouthful. Soundgarden, live from the Artist's Den. A live show they did at the Wiltern in Los Angeles that I am very sad I was not at, and my heart still breaks because of that. Amazing set list. I mean, a real spread of all of their best songs from all of their albums. It's on colored vinyl. I got the limited version on colored. Anything Chris Cornell related I'm gonna buy. It's almost without question. There's nothing that's gonna be like a maybe for me. It's always a yes. I always love opening records on camera because it's like, yeah, that's right. This is not staying sealed. This is going to get played. Vinyl's meant to be played. That's just the way it is. It's not meant to just sit on a shelf. I mean, it looks nice on a shelf too, but you got to play your records. Let's open up the Chris one. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I think all of them are different colors too. It's like I'm staring at the sun. Bay 2 is one of Young Bay's tapes. He has 5 now. 5 actually did an extremely high performance on Spotify, which is great for Young Bay. He's breaking into the mainstream, as well he should. Some of the best future funk around. Young Bay is a legend. So Bay 2 is a great tape, one of my favorites. Then we got Runners Club 95, Panama Papers, very vaporwave cover. Ooh, this is one I'm very excited about. This is Waterfront Dining and Cat Corp. So Cat Corp, one of my all-time favorites, absolutely. I actually recently got some of his records from his new label, High Wraith Records. Both the records that he's released so far have been incredible. So Cat Corp is a legend, but Waterfront Dining is one of my favorite vaporwave artists too. We're not close to done. I'm powering through, and there's just like an endless stream. Monster Rally. If you guys are a fan of this channel, you guys know that I am a massive fan of Monster Rally. He does these lush, tropical, plunderphonic-y soundscapes that are very pleasant to listen to. This is the limited version of Adventures on the Floating Island, his latest release. If you guys like tropical music that's like really relaxing, down-tempo, but definitely like lush, like jungle sounds and stuff like that, very island-like, Monster Rally is a consistent catalog, if not a little repetitive, always good. This is a Live and Loud by Nirvana, the colored press of it. I had to take a dip of this because Nirvana Live is really a force to be reckoned with. The set list on this performance is just amazing. I mean, every single side has 2 to 3 songs of theirs that I love. Side 3 is The Man Who Sold the World, Come As You Are, and Lithium, which is just unbelievable. This is just an incredible list of songs. I had to grab this. I hope that it sounds as good as it should, based on how good this track list is. They just did a reissue, an expanded reissue of Nirvana Unplugged, which, as you guys know, is maybe the best live show of all time, where they added extra takes of rehearsal stuff, and they did colored vinyl over 2 discs. Normally it's only on 1 disc, so I grabbed that too, because if it sounds better than the 1 disc, which already sounds great, I don't even know what I'd do with myself. I don't even know. Yes, this is what I've been waiting for a while. You guys are hip-hop fans. This is Beast Coast! Beast Coast is a amalgamation of some of the hottest rappers in the scene right now. Members of Flatbush Zombies, Joey Badass. I listened to it once digitally, and I was waiting for this to come out. Colored vinyl, comes with a poster. It's a blacklight poster. If you guys haven't checked it out and you like hip-hop, this is definitely something worth your time. Look at that trippy cover. Unbelievable. Gusters, Keep It Together. Possibly their best album. Probably my second favorite. Keep It Together is just so beautiful, and it's been out of print for 5 years, maybe more, 6 years. This is such a good record that everyone should listen to. If you haven't heard Guster, this is a really good way to get into them if you like kind of like alt-rock with great male harmonies. I believe this is repressed on colored vinyl for the first time. This is on orange, which matches the cover quite nicely. My favorite Guster song is on here. It's called Come Downstairs and Say Hello. This is a beast of a packaging job. This is really good underground hip-hop from 1998. This is Hieroglyphics, Third Eye Vision. If you like late 90s hip-hop that isn't mainstream stuff, more of like Tribe Called Quest, like Pharoah Monch era. I don't know how to describe Hieroglyphics, but they're excellent and underrated, and they finally repressed this album that's been out of print for a long time. And just look at this, like, I don't know if you can tell how like thick this is. This is like it's like a really nice packaging for it. I think it was only limited to a couple hundred copies, and is definitely sold out at this point. But Hieroglyphics, it's worth your time. Let's keep powering through. Oh, I blew it. I tried to rip the thing and then the thing didn't rip. Oh no, I was able to recover. Alright. Sonic CD. So Sonic CD was a Sega CD exclusive. One of the weirdest games in all of the Sonic canon. You jump back and forth in time, and you fight Metal Sonic, and there's a lot of weird kind of like Japanese-inspired ending images and game over stuff. Very, very weird. But this is actually one of the coolest... Ooh, I love this on the back. It has like the Sonic animated series stuff. This has one of the best soundtracks from that era in video game music. It is super forward-thinking. It could stand on its own as like just like an electronic album. It's very, very good, and that's why I grabbed it. I'm also a big Sonic fan. I grew up on Sonic. This is the most limited version on this like splatter vinyl. And I believe this is the Japanese version. The American and the Japanese version had different soundtracks actually, and I believe that this is the Japanese version, which is I think considered to be the better one. I personally think it is. Yeah, this cover's rad. M83 has Digital Shades Volume 2. So Digital Shades was like a compilation they did, I think, of unreleased tracks. And Digital Shades Volume 2 is, I think, their first new music in quite a long time, since Junk. It's awesome. I heard one track from it, and M83 is just... Yonsei and Alex Sommer's Rice Boy Sleeps reissue. It's a remastered, all analog remaster. This is Yonsei from Sigur Rós, and this is his boyfriend, Alex Somers. Somers? And the two of them made this beautiful ambient record called Rice Boy Sleeps. This was supposed to be signed. First of all, how cool is this like rounded jacket? There's some classic... I have a Todd Rundgren record that has this kind of rounded jacket too. Let's see if it's signed on the inside. Yes! Aw, thank you, they wrote. And then Yonsei and Alex. Just to have something signed by Yonsei makes me so happy. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. I got to meet him once very briefly, and I was like such a nerd about it. I like freaked out and I couldn't keep my cool, and he didn't speak English that well, so I just probably came off like a psycho. We got some more signed stuff, folks. Mr. Serge Tankian. We have Elect the Dead and Elect the Dead Symphony. Both were long out of print, got reprints seriously, but he was selling signed copies on his web store, and as you guys know, I am a System of a Down fanatic. Love Toxicity, love their whole discography really, but Toxicity is just a iconic album for me. And these are, this is Elect the Dead, one of Serge's solo albums, this one right here. And this is Elect the Dead with a symphony. I never thought this one would get a repress, but they both got some repress. They're on colored vinyl. Happy 10th anniversary to Brand New Eyes. Do you mean this album? Brand New Eyes? I'm like a wizard, guys. You mention an album and I pull it out. It's just gonna be here. Igor. I pre-ordered the picture disc and the standard, but look at this beautiful picture disc of my boy Tyler the Creator's Igor. Love me some Tyler the Creator. This is one of my favorite releases he's ever done. I still think I prefer straight up rapping Tyler. I love Bastard and I love most of Goblin, but Igor is the business. For sure. This is something I've wanted for a very, very long time. And I never found it for a good price until recently. And I pulled the trigger. Childish Gambino. Because the Internet. Official red bootleg. Numbered out of 800. This is one of the most important hip-hop albums to me. I love it so much. I never get sick of any of it. And it's the only version that's on colored vinyl. It comes on this beautiful red vinyl. I have the standard press, obviously, but this was hard to find. This was an official bootleg that you can find at, I think, some stores right when this came out. It's not a test pressing. There's 800 of these, but even though there's 800 of these, you can never find them for like under $200. People are fanatical about the Donald Glover, myself included. I mean, that's a Donald Glover poster right there. Another Serge Tankian. There's been a massive surge of Serge. This is Imperfect Harmonies. This one's not signed because it did not come from his web store, but it is the limited to 1,000 numbered white vinyl, white marbled vinyl. Another great Serge Tankian album. I mean, honestly, his dang voice is just, it's so good. If you like powerful, unique vocals. Serge Tankian is like the best of it, the best of the best. So that's the full live stream unboxing. There's just, as usual, there's just chaos surrounding me. I am the Lord of Cardboard. What's the Biggie Small record? This was a record that it's my favorite freestyle of all time, Biggie and Tupac at Madison Square Garden. Little Gotti put the shotty to your body, so don't resist or you might miss Christmas. I tote guns, I make number runs, I give MCs the runs dripping. When I throw my clip in the AK, I slay from far away. Everybody hit the DECK. Just dropped it, it fell off the bed, but it's cushioned. I love that freestyle. If you guys aren't part of the Facebook group, we have over 1,200 people that are chatting vinyl every day. It's awesome. You can find the Facebook group by searching Too Many Records in the groups. This has been lovely. Thank you guys so much. Have an excellent rest of your weekend.